You're alive. Okay. Well, thank you for having me, beautiful audience, and have a happy Monday. Um, all right. I just finished a live, so another one. Yes. I live in California, so it's right now is 10:30. I'm sorry, 10:13 Pacific time. This is Lily Ackerman, a transformational wellness master coach, and I help people to be in love with love itself. Yes, because when you're ready for love, and love is in the air. That's I like to see that. Like you breathe, and there's the love is in the air. So the road through the air is about speaking the truth, no sugarcoating, but different topics about relationship, body, mind, and spirit. Is three areas that it looks separated, but they are interconnected. So I'm I'm sure to touch um, every single area because I want you to master love. I want you to be a master of relationships. So love is for everybody. God created love. So and in the New Testament says, if you master love, you conquer the whole law. So you are not under the law anymore because and you understand the fulfillment of life. You understand the fulfillment of life once you understand what love is. So welcome to the road through the air. Again, my name is Lily Ackerman, a transformational wellness master coach. Okay, so today we're going to talk about parenthood. Mother's Day is coming up, Father's Day is coming up. So it's going to be divided in three parts. Today we're going to talk about what is parenthood, how to create connection with your children. It doesn't matter the age that they have, even if they are an adult, and that can help you to improve your relationship with them. We're going to talk about six different ways to create that connection. Um, and some questions to meditate. And next week, we're talking about more about the father figure. And our third week, what God has to say about parenthood. Okay? so, so, the, I'm sorry. I'm going to put my water on this side. Move in here. So, the title is A House is Not a Home, and Bear is Not Parenthood. It's love. It's the love that you show up, your presence and connection you build and truly makes you a parent. So, our first question, what does it means to be a parent and to whom we are parent? So, parenthood is not just for biological children. Look at this way. New houses are empty. We buy physical structure that eventually becomes a home through personal touches, daily conversations, I'm sorry, um, and shared activities. Or sometimes it happens instantly, the moment you feel an emotional connection and say, my new home. Either way, the outcome is the same because home is created from the heart, from the heart. Another analogy, think about the roles of surrogates and a donor play in the creation of life. It is something marvelous, right? Their role is essential in bringing life into existence, yet it is typically limited to that contribution. Parenthood, on the other hand, goes beyond creation. It is not just about how life belongs, but about the ongoing emotional, physical, and spiritual presence that nurture and sharpen and that life from the very beginning. The sad part is that many parents today are emotionally detached from their own children, caught up in daily pursuits or distracted by social media. Okay, Lilia, where are you going with all of this? I hear you. Let's back to our first question. What is parenthood? So, generally speaking, is the creation of a strong bond with our children. Bonding? So, what is that? And how do we create it? I said strong bonding to emphasize the importance, but in truth, the word bond, BOND, is already powerful on its own once you understand it. So here it is. Bonding is the process of developing a close, lasting emotional connection, attachment through trust, communication, and physical closeness, private interactions, and time together. And there's more. Bonding releases a hormone called oxytocin. These hormones promote feelings of safety and connection. This is why I do what I do. I could just be a life coach, but once I understood the interconnection of the brain, the body, the chemistry, the spiritual part, I went 4 years straight to become a wellness transformational coach because every single part of our bodies are connecting, are talking all day long. So bonding um, is not about having a magic wand that creates instant emotional connection. It's about consistent, frequent interaction. And you can apply everything this topic to your love life because we have to do the same thing. Remember, home, a house to home. Okay. So I'm sharing with you 6 ways to create bonding through daily doses of number one, love. Number two, physical or verbal affection. Mothers often have an advantage because they carry the baby for 9 months at birth. At birth is a magical connection between the mother and the baby. And because the baby gets fed from breast milk, we don't have to do nothing else the rest of our lives. We already are attached to our children. So that naturally strengthens early attachment. It's powerful. 9 months carrying that child, the baby. You don't even have to say anything because we're communicating 24 hour 7 is interconnection. They know everything about you. So this is just a little extra insight on why children often feels more attached to the mothers. So there's nothing you did special. Is the perfect design of the divine creation. Okay. So number three, reassuring your children by creating a safe and peaceful environment. I have a list if you would like to get it. When you have when problems arises in the family, house issues, um, where and how to talk with your partner when this happens. But it will never be in front of the children. Not because your child is very smart, he will understand, but he is not mature enough to process the drama in the house. So when there's a lot of drama, they don't feel safe. Their nervous system, it is affected. There's so many children with anxiety issues and they get medicated. Anxiety is not going to go away with medication. It's going to go away when a house is safe. All right. So, Rachel, number 4, showing you care when they are expressing their thoughts and feelings by being an active listener. So, being an active listener, what is that? Means being fully present, not listening one ear for them, and at the same time, keeping your eyes in the TV or in the phone, the social media, scrolling and scrolling. This applied at every stage of your, from toddlerhood through adulthood. Um, when I say fully present, we're not God. God can be in several places at the same time. We can do multitask, which is different. Multitask is different. I can be washing the clothes and I can be cooking in the kitchen and I can run to the room to get something. Yes. But when it comes to the mind, it's only one place that you can be. Or you are looking, 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 or you are looking at your child. If it's 1 year old, 2 year old. I remember my oldest daughter. She liked to ask questions when she was since she was little. She asked me a question, I answered, but she already had another question, and she already had another question, and I was very impressed. But because I grew up in a different environment that I wasn't being heard, I wanted to let her know that I was here for her. So I was all ears and all eyes. And while the other was very quiet, very different personalities. But again, it doesn't matter if it's um, one of my best conversations I was having it when they were children, because their mind is so creative and is you can learn from them if you allow yourself to listen. Now you know what is to listen, be an active listener, interact with them. Uh, Especially like the teenagers. Sometimes they say things like you wonder, does he or she really say that? Like, oh my god. Right? But can we meet them where they are? Can we celebrate? Because we were there too. We all go through the same stages. That particular one when nothing makes sense. Like, their answers. But can we meet them? Can we understand? Can we be supportive on that vulnerable moments? So, number 5, guiding them from infancy into adulthood with life instructions. If you don't help them to be ready for life, somebody else with different interests are going to help them to do that. And we don't want that to happen. Okay. Number 6, having God in your parenthood brings transformation into a child's life. God said, give me a child and I will give you a man. And because he's faithful to his promises, you can trust that 100%. Because man is the outcome, the childhood is the preparation. So now you know the 6 ways to create a strong bonding with your child, with your children. And even if it's an adult, even if you don't have a good relationship with them, start practicing this. Sorry, I forgot to mention. In the number 2, physical or verbal affection is um, verbal, honey, um, hey, beautiful, how was your day today? And when we're talking, we touch them, right? Or we go in the hair like this, or like a, come, tell me more. And then you hold the chin or the hands, or you're in church, you put your arm around. And when they are teenagers, they're not gonna like that. But in the house, hey, honey, how you doing? Just this one is enough. They're sitting down. There are always ways. When I traveled I'm sorry, Guatemala, Mexico, you're still seeing this. Teenagers are not as here in California. They are more receptive to verbal and physical affection from the father or from the mother. Um, I, but anyways, different cultures. Okay, I wanted to say that. So I want you to notice something. Everything I just mentioned, the 6 ways that I gave you, had nothing to do with money, luxury, or material things. Because the most important thing is in parenthood is not what you have. It is about you. YOU. It's about you. Working with clients, I don't recall having anyone complaining about not having enough toys or growing up in a poor house. And I have clients that they grow in a very, very poor environment. The number one complaint is my parents didn't have time for me. They were always working. My mom was always busy or on the phone. So when it comes to busy, because being busy is not being productive. It's two completely different things. You can be busy all day long and not accomplish anything. So check when you are busy for your children. So all of these points that I just mentioned is one thing. Absence. Absence. People often criticize a man who leaves his family, and they use very harsh words. But do you know that being physically present but emotionally absent can cause equal or deeper emotional damage? Yes. All right. I would like to share a bit of my experience as a mother. So, when I became a single mom, I had just started walking with God. But I believe that I was very receptive to the Holy Spirit because without his guidance, I don't want to think. So one day I was reflecting on how important a father is in a child's life. So I asked God, because their father was not, it was in another country. I already flew to United States. And because he really didn't show up too much interest. So I asked God to be the father of my 2 little ones. That's why I think I was receptive to the Holy Spirit, because I catch myself asking God that. The little thing that I started learning from God. And I knew that if he was my father, he could be the father of my daughters. Right? Because I knew. what it felt not to have someone to call that, and the pain of seeing other children with their fathers. So I didn't want to repeat my mother's pattern by keeping away um, my daughter's father. So I wanted to leave the doors open for them to have a relationship and to allow them to form their own conclusions about their father. That prayer was crucial in raising my girls. I wish I can tell all credit, but I cannot. Without God's guidance and all the emotional baggage I carried, it is honestly terrifying to think where we could have ended up. Misfortunes, right? We tend to see them as negative, but they are often lessons and opportunities to become aware and choose differently. So, growing up emotionally broken in an unstable home without a father and a constant absence of a mother created in me a strong desire to change that pattern. And that strong desire gave me the fuel to build a home full with love. And God helped me to bring that vision to life. Even when, so I did the changes that I did, right? So even when I was working as a full-time job and as a part-time job, not by choice, but because I was the only provider, I made time for them. So we played together. We watched all movies, black and white. We did karaoke, which I like to sing when I'm in the bathroom, when I was playing with my children, and when I'm worshiping God. But you don't want to hear me. That's the truth. So later on, support their dreams. And I constantly remind them that they were deeply loved by God and by me. So let me be clear, okay? Parenthood is not about perfection. My own emotional wounds show up many times while by raising by raising my children. And if I want to be honest, they didn't just affect me; they affect them too. So there's a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna mention two. Two biggest mistakes was trying to find a father for my daughters and being married to show others that I was not a loser. If you are a Latino, you will understand that. Okay. So I ended up getting married three times. And instead of creating stability, it brought more instability into our lives. Not that they were make a mistake. I'm not uh, marrying this gentleman. It was that instability. And practically, um, well, I will say you why. So I wanted to do what I thought was right. But one thing, it was not enough. I had to face the patterns driving my choices. And that was a real challenge. Not just by having good intentions, but being willing to look at what was underneath them. So we stop repeating the unhealthy pattern that affects the people that we love. Yeah, we have to face the patterns driving your choices. If the outcome is not what you want, then we have to look what is underneath. So my daughters have shown me grace. They don't hold into my stupidities and major mistakes I make. So I'm only giving you a glimpse of my own journey. But between our beginning and our present time, we went through storms, real emotional storms, like hurricanes. It was hard, but in the end, we overcame. We overcame. And I want to remind you, this is not about guilt over what you didn't do or did. There's always a second chance to restore the relationship with your child through two essential ingredients: love and forgiveness. And if you are new parent, start practicing the 6 ways to build bonding with your child. And if you have um, adult children, and if you don't have a relationship with them, good or healthy relationship, you can apply those things. God can restore your relationship with them. Next week, I'm gonna talk about when my daughters fell completely apart and how painful it was. But now I would like to close with a couple questions. You choose one or all of them, meditate on them, and see what you find. Because again, never is too late to restore that. So, number one, are you physically present in your child's life or emotional present? And in the contrary, are you emotionally absent? If your child, number two, if your child describes your presence in one word, what will it be? Number three, what is one small change you can make today to strengthen your bond with your child, with the emotional connection? Number four, no, five, four. Are you building connection or just managing responsibilities, paying bills, buying clothes, shoes? What will your child remember most about you? Your effort or your absence? Um, Remember the six ways, right? And I emphasize that none of them require luxury, correct? And when I came to the United States, I had my apartment, and we didn't have no furniture, no furniture at all. It was just a carpet. But we felt excited. I feel blessed because by this time it was our first year in California. By this time I already knew how many people they've been here for 18 years, and they always were renting a room. I couldn't picture my daughters living in a room because I couldn't see them be quiet, being quiet. For the first, when they came, it was over about 4 months. We were living with somebody, but there was a lot of fear in that house. And so, me working, and I have to tell them, stay in the room. When you come from school, go straight to the bedroom. That was not alive. So I make everything possible to have my own place. And I was renting, but this time I was renting a room from somebody else to help me pay the rent. And the other room, it was for me and my daughters. So we didn't have enough for sure. Uh, but it was not important for me because my priority it was to pay the rent and to have food in the house. Um, I didn't buy too much clothes, toys. I mean, almost nothing. We have, I don't know, I can count. Well, that's it. when but it was not important for me, so it was not important for them. We have a lot of birthday parties in that apartment, and when our friends came in, they look like surprised or something like that. The first thing I told them, don't worry about if we don't have furnitures. In this house, we are happy. So do not worry. And immediately they smile. And I remember just when you have a regular table at at meals time, you say set up the table. I used to say that to my daughters too. Who's gonna set the table up? Meaning we took the tablecloth, put it on the carpet, the tables, the placemat, our silver, and we sat down on the floor every single day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But we were not saying, oh my God, we don't have a table. No, we just like any other family that has all furnished place, um, we're concentrating on our meal. And yes, we sleep on the floor. uh, what I'm saying is, I it didn't show up in a conversations in adult life about that. They complain about something else, but not that. So do not worry if you don't have luxury or can afford toys for them. It won't matter. What matters again is you. And this is our conclusion. I hope you like it. If you have any question, please send me a message. Um, and I'm gonna have a challenge, like from May 19th to the 22nd. Oh, I forgot the name. Again. I forgot the name. um, it, um, it's because recently I just changed it. So please be nice with me. Ow! What is the challenge? Where is the challenge? Oh, okay. I tell you right now. Choose the name, but but if I don't wanna give you. What am I gonna do with this? All right. Oh, I have another name. It's about, okay, I have the title. Reclaim your heart, rewrite your love story. Reclaim your heart because everything is at the heart. So we talk about identity. All right, we're going to talk about identity. Um, reconnect with yourself, finding who are you, reconnect with your royal essence to unfold your brilliance and your uniqueness, to see your authentic self, untangle your past, which healing phase that goes that is haunting to you, and your past trauma was never going to leave until you face them. It's not about who caused it, but why do we have to keep it? So end with those. It's a responsibility because this is the only life that you have. And shift from limiting beliefs into powerful ones to start writing your best love story. Because through our journey, we create it's a distortionate version of love. So if you're interested, please just write challenge on the comments, and and I will send you the details. And please share this with you if you know that somebody can is is gonna be useful for them. You see that like button? Please press like. That's the only way. We're not getting paid for this. Um, so would you be so kind to click like, have any a comment, any suggestion? What would you like to hear about relationships? What is your number one question about relationships? All right. So thank you. Have an amazing Monday. Please don't hate Monday. It's an amazing day. Is an every day is a present. Enjoy it, open it, and be with thrill what is in there and what is about to come. All right. Thank you. This is Lily Ackerman. Ciao. See you next Monday, 10 o'clock. Bye.